Philip was feeling bored. Things have been too quiet around here lately, he told himself. What we need is something to liven things up. All the engines know from experience that whenever Philip is bored, that's when he starts being mischievous. That day, Philip was to bring Gordon's coaches to the platform in time for his next express train. But on his way to the carriage sidings, Philip suddenly had an idea. He giggled to himself. Then, ignoring the coaches, he hurried away to the sheds. Gordon was resting quietly when Gordon, the Fat Controller said you ought to stay in the shed. He wants to talk to you about something important. Gordon snorted. Oh no, not that's the oldest trick in the book. You know my next train is due shortly. No, it isn't, said Philip. Henry has taken the express already. It was a last-minute change of plan. Pa, nonsense, Gordon said as he puffed proudly towards the station. But when Gordon arrived, he was surprised not to find his coaches waiting for him. That's funny. They ought to be here. Perhaps Philip was telling the truth after all. His driver wasn't sure. If Henry has taken the express, then why are those people waiting on the platform? That's what I'd like to know, said the station master. Where in the world are your coaches, Gordon? Gordon tried to explain about Philip, but the station master wouldn't listen. By this time, Philip was nowhere to be seen, so Gordon was forced to collect his coaches. When he was able to leave with the express, it was very late and the passengers were cross. When Gordon returned, he was still fuming. So, Gordon, grinned Philip, did you talk to the Fat Controller? No, I was too busy trying to find my own coaches. Sorry about that, Gordon. It was only a bit of fun. You should try it yourself someday. Then you wouldn't look so grumpy, Philip giggled. Yes, I will, Gordon said to himself. Gordon had to take his evening express train, and he won't be back until much later. It was the only time where Gordon had to shunt his own coaches to be cleaned and used for another train the following morning. But tonight, he had a plan. Before he left, he spoke to his driver and the yard manager. Then he puffed away with a big smile on his face. The next morning, Philip woke up early so he could arrange the big engine's trains. As he left the shed, he saw Gordon resting, and he remembered the trick he had played on him yesterday. What a clever trick! What a clever trick! But when Philip reached the yard, he got a big surprise. The yard was in an awful mess. All the trucks and coaches were in the wrong places. Flatten my cap, exclaimed Philip. What happened? This wasn't how I left things yesterday. We better get this sorted out and quickly, said his driver. Otherwise it would be chaos before the morning rush. Philip worked as quickly as he could, putting everything right again. He just couldn't understand how everything had become so muddled. By the time he brought the express coaches to the platform, the passengers were already waiting, and so was Gordon. Morning, Philip, said Gordon cheerfully. What kept you? What kept me? I've been trying to organize the yard. Everything was all wrong. I couldn't find anything. Oh dear, it must have been my fault. I might have moved one or two things about when I came back last night. Sorry about that. Gordon paused, and then added, but after all you did say that I should have a bit of fun with a mine, don't you think? Philip snorted. Oh no, I don't mind actually, he said casually. Unfortunately, the Fat Controller did mind when he heard all about it, and after speaking to Gordon and Philip, both engines thought twice about playing more tricks for a while.